Hi everyone, welcome back to Yoga for Writers. Today I have a yoga sequence called Yoga for Discovery Writers. So if you are a discovery writer, that means that you don't plot or you do minimal plotting and you discover the narrative as you go along. They are also called pantsers. I don't consider myself to be a pantser or a discovery writer, but I'm not a heavy plotter either. So I'm kind of a hybrid plotter or a hybrid writer, whatever you want to call it. So today this sequence is going to be a bit different, it's going to be a bit fun because I'm not going to tell you what I'm doing, I'm not going to cue you to do what I'm doing. Instead we're just going to be two friends chatting, troubleshooting our novels whilst we stretch. Because you're a discovery writer, I want you to discover your own sequence as you go and just feel into your body whatever your body needs. My dog is having a great time chewing a bone, so if there's a lot of noise, I'm sorry. But when you're ready, come on down to the mat. So I hope you're on your mat now and you are free to completely discover your own practice. I'm going to set my watch to yoga because I am indeed doing my own yoga practice right now. Oh, not a bike ride. So while we're here, why don't we just think about our current project. Maybe you're watching this in real time, which means it's Novel November. We're all trying to write 50,000 words or a first draft of a novel in November. I passed the 25,000 mark yesterday, so I'm past halfway. It's good to hit that mark. However, I have hit a bit of a roadblock with my story. I think that one of my point of view characters is excellent. I know exactly who she is and what she wants and how she needs to grow. Whereas the other one, I feel like maybe I'm forcing the plot on her rather than her character telling me what she wants and what she needs. And so that's obviously never good. And I think that I need to go back to the drawing board in terms of her character, her point of view, and see what's not working in that realm. Maybe I need to go back and read through it. And I think that's the hard part about Novel November, because you're trying to do it so fast. It can be easy to push ahead, which can be really great sometimes, especially if you're the type of person who's a perfectionist and you want to edit as you go along. It forces you to push ahead, which is great. But when you've made a mistake and you need to delete some words, you're like, oh no, I don't want to delete those words, because it feels like you're going backwards because you're naturally losing words during the competition, and that never feels good. So that's the point that I'm at. And I think it's important that during these kinds of competitions we do take a moment to stop and reflect, because it's all well and good if we get to the end of November and we've finished a novel, or we've finished a draft, or we've just done 50,000 words of a longer draft. But if those words are just going to be scrapped at the end of it because we didn't take the time to reflect on whether we were going in the right direction, then it's kind of pointless. It's just getting words on a page to tick a box instead of actually enjoying the process or actually writing what you were supposed to write or what you would have rather have written. So you can take this little sequence at first, this time when you're down on the floor, hopefully the same as I am, to think about where you're at with your novel currently. The only thing I will remind you to do is to breathe, because I know that people who don't regularly do yoga sometimes hold their breath. Forget that an important part of yoga is your pranayama, your breath practice, helping the channels of chi in your body to open and close naturally, so that chakras can open and our energy can flow naturally. Right, now that I'm on hands and knees, we'll think about some other things. So if you are like me and you're at the middle of your plot, the middle of your draft. It's a great checkpoint to, as I said, reflect, to think about how you've set up your novel so far. What are the first incidents that have happened, the first plot points, the first trials that have set your character on a certain path? What has come along to question their sense of norm and their misbelief? For those of you who don't know, a misbelief is the character's belief that will be proven to be wrong at the end of the story. So we all have beliefs that we perhaps get in childhood or early experiences, and then we have new experiences, we learn new things, and we realize what we thought wasn't true. And those are what make great stories. The internal conflict of a character comes from them having a belief that isn't true, and we learn what they learn along the way to discovering why that's not true. So as I said, with one of my characters, I know that her beliefs and what she wants is being tested quite perfectly, and that's why I'm writing her narrative so much more easily. And hers is in an institution. Her narrative is more dark academia. It's in an academy, a university, and that's the kind of setting that I really enjoy writing in and find a lot easier to write in. But then my other character, oddly, she's a character that I've known for many years, that I've reused in past drafts, but her narrative isn't coming as easily to me. And it's for that reason that I'm beginning to wonder if these two narratives don't go together as much as I thought they did. So if you, like me, have one point of view that's working and one that's not, or one element or plot line of the story that's working and one that's not, it's a good time to take a pause and think about why that might be. So I think what I need to do is ask myself, why am I drawn to the other point of view so much? Why is that working so much better than the one I'm struggling with? Are there any themes, or is the style different? Is the setting a big deal that's affecting how I'm writing? It's about taking that time to think about the elements that work and the elements that don't, and what I might do to change that. I really want to win, they call it win, don't they? Complete Novel November, but not with wasted words. It doesn't seem worth it. as we finish off then, it might be important to think, even if you're a discovery writer, what ending are you aiming for? I think something that people get confused, they think, oh, if you've plotted a story, if you've outlined it, then you must follow that outline, you must follow that story. But if you plotted it in a certain way and then it goes some other way, that's fine. Let the writing lead you, let the characters lead you. So if that's the case, that's fine. It's not that you have to be either or, that you go by no script or a full script. You can go halfway like I did. In fact, I feel like most people are middle. They're hybrid. So think about, what's it all for? What are you trying to achieve? What's the purpose, the message, the takeaway, the truth that you want to scream from the rooftops, like Abby Emmons says? So I'm coming to a seat, so you can finish off wherever you were, wherever you got to, and then meet me in a seat, either kneeling or cross-legged. Let the movement and the effects of your practice settle into your body and mind and spirit. It's important that we as writers don't forget to move our bodies. I really, really do feel like it's important to never neglect our physical health whilst we're trying to complete these writing challenges or just writing something in general. We should never sacrifice our health for our projects. And I truly believe, hence the yoga channel, that yoga and writing go hand in hand really quite well. That marrying my two loves is actually what makes me a better person, a happier person, a more well-rounded and functioning person. So hopefully you've joined me on your seat now. Take some final deep breaths. And I'll leave you with this. Remember that your creativity is a key part of you that's always there to serve you and walk with you. That as long as we take care of ourselves, mind, body and soul, our creativity will always flow. So if you are a discovery writer, and whether you are doing Novel November or you aren't, I wish you the best of luck. I hope that you can trust your creative soul, that you can trust your gut, trust your characters, and know that no matter what, I'm sure your narrative will be beautiful, and I can't wait for you to share it with the world. Thank you for stretching with me today and working on your story. Take care, and I'll speak to you again soon. Namaste and happy writing.